Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the YouTube community proudly presents Skype with Spike, with your host, Spike Von Shadow. Hey, how you doing? Hey, I love you. Bitch, stay on my fridge, I told you. Hey, how's everybody doing today? And welcome to another fun-filled episode of Skype with Spike. Today, just like every other Skype with Spike, I have an interesting guest and an even more interesting topic. You know, as well as everyone else who watches my Skype with Spikes and who's been paying attention to your boy Spike, that I love music. And especially, this is going to be the first interview with my new baby. Everyone at home, this is Cassandra Von Shadow. Okay, this is my partner in crime. This is my baby. And in celebration of this, I have a musical guest for you today. A beat-making machine. A crafter of the beat.
Okay.
Down in the lab, crafting these beautiful, glorious beats. A man by the name of Mr. Southside.
Yeah, bro.
And so we're going to talk about music. We're going to talk about beats. We're going to talk about life. So, everyone at home, let's welcome Mr. Southside. What's going on?
What's happening, man?
Hey, I'm glad we could have you on Skype with Spike today.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad to be on here with you, man. What's going on?
Oh, man, it's a beautiful damn day. Went and bought my baby today. Did tons of Christmas shopping. Got most of my Christmas shopping done. Went and got groceries. So, I'm doing fabulous. So
all the necessities.
Exactly.
Food and music.
Exactly. So, musically, what all do you do? You make beats? You rap? Like, what all do you do?
Hey, I eat, sleep, and crap music. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can hear water running and I hear music in there. I mean, it's anything in musical. Production, beat making, recording, mixing, mastering. Nice. Anything in music, it's me.
Nice, nice. So how did you get started with music? Like, what was it from an early age, or what in your life just about music that just grabbed a hold of you and you're like, man, this is who I am?
Well, I mean, just growing up, me and one of my best friends, Victor Scott, he's in Oklahoma now, we was like third grade, like what you want to do when you grow up. At that time, you know, being in the life I was in, you know, I really didn't know. You know, I'm from a broken home. You know, all I knew was I wanted to do something with music. So I started rapping at a very, very early age. But it's like a lot of people would hear songs on the radio and go download the instrumentals and rap on those. I can't call that my own. So that kind of influenced me to start making beats. But then somebody walked in the studio one day and said they wanted to purchase a beat that they heard I made, and ever since then I was like, shit, they buying beats, they ain't buying verses, and I kind of pushed the rap to the side for a little bit, and here I am, you know what I'm saying? I mean, over 1,000 tracks later, years later, but I mean, I do have an album coming out. Real
wow.
Soon, yeah.
Wow, you've done thousands of tracks?
My repertoire is amazing. I mean, it's just, I'm Louisiana's best kept secret. You know, I'm just waiting to be discovered. Like that fine diamond that ain't been discovered yet.
You just hiding out, just waiting for your right moment to pop off.
Humbling myself and being patient, man.
Exactly. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, roundabouts, like, what age did you, what age was that you got your first beat sold?
I sold my first beat roughly, I was in Colorado Springs around maybe 20 years old.
Wow.
And ever since then, it was all about the beats. You know, I just mastered my craft. You know, I got good on a little keyboard. I started off on a Roland Juno, then I went to a Roland Phantom, then I learned this program called Reasons, and I mastered that, and then I sold all my boards, and
wow.
that was pretty much a wrap. You know, wow. I started getting better and better and better and better, and I produced many albums and many mixtapes. It's just like I say, you know, the music game pretty hard right now, but I know my time coming.
You can't put a price on a good beat, man. Like, that's priceless. Like,
you're right.
I've heard tons of beats, and like they're garbage. And it's like, when you one of the things about people who make beats is you can tell who it is if they doing it right. They got it's the certain bass line. It's the way that snare hits. It's you can just feel it, you know?
Oh yeah.
You know, and
but see, at the same time, that's what I try to break away from. Like, you could tell the Southside track, because what I do with my beats, I try to be different. So every time I make a beat, I go searching for sounds that I've never used before. You know, so, and then the breakdowns of my tracks, like the first verse will never break down like the second verse will never break down like the third verse. So you got 3 verses on one song, and they all break down different. So that's pretty much how you can tell when it's one of mine. You know, it's not just a loop pattern. Like, some guys make beats and their hook is the same. Their first verse is the same, and it's the same hook, the same verse, the same hook, same. You know, no. You got to bring excitement to it.
Exactly. Like, a good rap album has beats that have a progression. You know what I'm saying? Where you can keep that verse and that hook, but you build on it as the song continues. Okay? It's like music is like this journey that you go through. Of like emotions and experiences. And especially when I listen to music, you know, I get a vibe as to what that person was going through or what they were thinking or feeling. Cassandra, I told you, stop moving. You get kind of this feeling, you know, of what they were going through, what their thought process was, you know, maybe what kind of experiences that they were going through, you know?
Yeah. And that's what's pimped a lot of it. Like, if I'm angry and I sit down and make a beat, it's going to be aggressive. If I'm happy and I feel like making music, it's going to be more musical. You'll hear more pianos and strings and stuff.
Exactly.
You know, it's pretty much an expression.
Yeah. Like, me, the first instrument I ever picked up was the drums. And like, the drums, like, still to this day, like, I can drum like no other. You give me a fucking set of drums, like, drums is my bread and butter. It's just something, it's just beats, they just float in my head. You know what I'm saying? Where my passion became the guitar, you know, and then singing, and then, you know, building on that over the years, you know? And it's like, especially when I write guitar stuff, I think in beats. I think of, hold on. My camera shut off, hold on.
Alright.
Oh no, it's still recording, it's just the light went off, I think. Okay. So, yeah, we're still fine. Okay. So, yeah. So, like I was saying, you know, so, like, a lot of the guitar stuff that I do, I think about it in my head. You know what I'm saying? I have already kind of like a beat in mind. So.
Yeah, you usually hear it before you lay it down.
Yeah.
And when you hear it before you lay it down a lot quicker.
Exactly. Exactly. And it's like, when you're writing, you're able to flow through the whole process a lot easier, you know? How long does it usually take you to make a beat? I mean, is it like an hour? Does it take a few days? Like, how?
No. Once I'm locked in, I'm locked in. I've started making beats and had that beat laid down, broke down, ready to rap on in as less as maybe, say, 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Once I'm locked in, I'm locked in. Yeah. Sometimes I really don't mess with it unless I feel it. If I don't feel it, I'm not finna touch it.
Yeah, I hear you.
I might go a couple of days and just gather my thoughts, and then get on it and drop me about 3 or 4 of them.
Cause like when I write a song, right? Like, I'll sit down and like I'll write like the verse, I'll write like the chorus, I'll write like most of it, except like maybe the breakdown and the ending, and then I'll come back to it a little later, and then I finish it off. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So for the next part of our interview, I wanted to talk about Louisiana And your thoughts on the whole Louisiana situation and what's going on with that?
Well, I mean, Louisiana got it going on, but as far as right now, I mean, it's like Alexandria. I mean, it's like every city has an artist that represents for them. Like Shreveport may have Big Pop and Hurricane, or Baton Rouge, you know, of course, Lil Boosie, or whatever the case may be. New Orleans, of course, you know, Master P and Cash Money. But Alexandria, we got talent out here, and it's like, I don't understand the reason why nobody's really got on from here, you know. But then when I sit and think about it, I realize what the reason is, and the truth may hurt, but we are not together as a team out here. I mean, if Alexandria would come together as a unit, I really strongly feel like that we would top over Baton Rouge and Shreveport, and you know, we would definitely be able to stand up with some of the best of them. But until everybody get under one accord, I mean, I don't see it going anywhere. To be honest with
you. And how do you think Alexandria will rise above that? How do you think they will get together and get that going in more of a community-wide group?
I really feel like once everybody realizes that they're just spinning their wheels and really not getting nowhere, I mean, you can have like one of the best songs out there, but if you're in the streets talking like with your attitude like nobody's better than me, I'm this, I'm that, and you're thinking you're better than the next man, then I mean, once we can overcome that and just humble yourself and be like, hey, this guy is just as good as me, so if we can do a song together, and then you get these two guys with the same thing and do a song together, then they all come together to make something and create a project. Yeah, I mean, it's been in discussion as a project, you know, Alexandria, A-Town Finest. I put a mixtape out about, I'm going to say about 10 years ago, actually, an A-Town Finest mixtape where we had everybody who rapped in this city at the time was on that mixtape. It's actually talking of another Alexandria Finest 10-year reunion, and then come with a newer A-Town Finest Part 2 with some of the newer rappers that wasn't on the scene 10 years ago. You know, so that's something that we're talking about. It's under construction. We just got to get everybody together, man, and get everybody's mind right. There's a lot of hot heads out here. That's good. But I mean, you know, once we get them together, man, and I really don't think that they don't know how good and how great it could be until they get together and get a project together and they get themselves together for the first time. Then they'll realize that we got something and that's what we need to stick to.
Exactly. I agree.
Yeah.
And I think that goes a lot for a lot of the music industry. I think that, and especially, you know, down south, I think that's something really positive. And if y'all can get together and really build something, I mean, you know, you guys can start a musical movement.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? So.
I plan on coming out there to Michigan to see you one day.
Hell yeah, baby. Hey, anything.
Bring a team out there and come do a nice little Louisiana tour, man, you know.
Hey, if there's any way I can help you with that, or if there's any way that I can point you to certain venues or anything like that, just let me know, man. I'll help you any way I can. Support everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Support everybody, hate nobody. So.
Oh yeah, we'll be discussing it, definitely.
Yeah.
It's our time to move around.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Work during the winter and move around all summer.
Exactly. Well, that'll about do it for us today. I want to thank my very special guest, Mr. Southside, Beatmaster Extraordinaire. Thanks for joining us on Skype with Spyke today.
Hey, no problem, man.
And everyone at home, stay tuned for the next Skype with Spyke, where we're going to have more awesome talent, more up-and-coming fresh blood for all of you at home. I'm Spyke Von Shadow, and I'll see you next time.
And
yeah. Mr. Southside is back. And I ain't stopping. I ain't stopping at all. Woo. Yeah. 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 Man, this track nasty. Who that is? I'm the realest in the game. This one's for the real, not lame. About my business when I'm out to stacking change. I'm the realest in the game. I want the money, not the fame. The killers, I'm in it screaming my name. Cause I'm the realest in the game. Real players, I salute. And I'm hoping all my homies do the same. I'm the realest in the game. The game in the game. The game in the game. The game in the game. The game. Look, Southside up in this thing. Ready to act up in the mob. In here too, so it's best that you call your backup. Cause we in here. On big boss man status is. I ain't never got to look for hoes, but knowing where the baddest is. Call me Barack Obama when I'm blowing presidential before I do business with you. I'm checking your credentials to make sure that you're certified. In case you never heard of it, I mastered all my master plans. Been a dog since the birth of it. But since I'm on that king shit, check out how I bring shit. History comes natural when you spit, you got to bring shit. Accustomed to that southern smoke, you better not take me for a joke. Cause if you flout, I got a glitch, it's guaranteed to probably choke. You ain't never traveled on the road that I done traveled on. My road paved with platinum, your road hitting they gravel on. Throwing riches in your system, clogging up your main drain. Competing with this music got me feeling I'm the realest in the game. This one's for the real, not lame. About my business when I'm out to stacking change. I'm the realest in the game. I want the money, not the fame. The killers, I'm in it screaming my name. Cause I'm the realest in the game. Real players, I salute. And I'm hoping all my homies do the same. I'm the realest in the game. The game in the game. The game in the game. The game in the game. The game. They say it ain't about who did it first, it's about who did it right. My feet is planted firmly now, ain't going down without a fight. They say I didn't fell out, I heard them say it was over with. I pop a seal close to a deal right up under your nose and shit. They say I'm the greatest ever done it, I say true to that. They hate you with the same breath, they praise you where they do that at. They say crazy with this shit, ain't never slowing down my grind. Don't confuse me with them other dudes, I'm grinding like I wanna shine. When I played Mr. Nice Guy, that was the time you should've filed. Y'all in town while I'm interstate skating, pushing it about a mile, not saying that I'm better than no man. Okay, I crack a smile, I'm saying I go harder than most. Perfection may take a while. The way I'm feeling now is fuck them and feeding shit. Been playing with them for too long, they too comfortable with this shit. If you don't fuck with me now, please keep on doing the same. Cause by then, it's forward march on all you lame. I'm the realest in the game. This one's for the real, not lame. About my business when I'm out to stacking change. I'm the realest in the game. I want the money, not the fame. The killers, I'm in it screaming my name. Cause I'm the realest in the game. Real players, I salute. And I'm hoping all my homies do the same. I'm the realest in the game. The game in the game. The game in the game. The game in the game.